Have you ever noticed that when we're really good at something, we tend to block it, to take it for granted? We do not give value to that. We don't give focus to that. We completely, oh, it's whatever. My name is Gabriela, and I want to share a little bit about why I think that illness, ill thoughts, and ill body is so related to our creative congestion or blocking our talents, blocking our goodness, blocking our light. I'm sharing this because this has been my view, my perspective for a long, long time in creativity, in passion, and why sometimes we get stuck in feeling in either addiction or illness. And the way I've seen this is also in addiction. As growing up, I saw a lot of friends go into rehab and rehab and rehab and rehab for so much for drugs. And I thought to myself, I did stuff like them and I never had to go to rehab. Why is that? Well, I did learn how to reprogram myself in a young age. So I was able to redirect myself always from negative addictions and redirect myself into something else. But the main reason that I find in my life with dealing with either addiction or illness has always been, and not just me, but also what I've observed and learned through people, is that for me, at least, it was passion what always directed me and guided me. It's this passion that I always had to be a student, this passion to create an impact, this passion to learn something that truly mattered for me. And because I had this passion that was bigger than any addiction or bigger than anything, it really washed everything away. And that's what I find when I meet people that are really passionate, that shit can be going on in their life, but because they have a passion and they have something that fires them, they burn things away right away. Like things just wash over. So when we are in touch with our passion and our what really lights us up, it really makes a difference. It really makes things a lot easier. It doesn't mean that we won't have a few addictions here and there, because the world is full of things that are easily to be addicted to. But becoming aware of what things make us as addicted to is important. Like food. Food is super addictive. And understanding what foods are addictive, and nutrition, and really learning about nutrition and what our body really needs and what our body doesn't really need. And this is the base of my wisdom from a young age through my own body, to really understand that one little thing of addiction has taught me so much about life itself and how to become self-aware of my own craves, and not just crave for food, but craves for anything, craves for love, craves for passion, craves to be seen, craves to be heard, craves to be doing something important, craves to have a perfect life. Things that sometimes we don't need, but we crave it because there's just so many cravings. It's just easy here on earth. It's just easily to be running really fast, wanting something. And this takes me to why we take for granted our passion, or and it doesn't have to be like an ambition. It can be also something like something we just enjoy doing, being, feeling. So most of the time, addictions and illnesses, they happen because we haven't found that, or we found it, but we've taken it for granted so much. We numb it, we hide it, we haven't even recognized it for what it is. And we are focused on something that isn't really us, wanting fame, wanting something that is not based on really what we came here to do. And because we're chasing something that isn't really us, then we start feeling ill because it's imbalanced. To chase something that isn't us is imbalanced. And we tend to take for granted these things that we're really passionate about. And this is like almost like a human condition that I've seen. It's like a pattern. It's like it's so similar to those people that are like, oh, that person is so nice, but I really like that person that treats me like shit. It's like, why? Or not even like that person that treats me like shit, but that person that doesn't want me at all. We tend to want what we can't have. And it's like a pattern. And it's a pattern that comes rooted and rooted and rooted from inner childhood, from uh ages and ages and ages of imbalances. And it really, it doesn't have like a pinpointed cure, like here's your cure to that. There's no there's no really like, and there's no need to shame that either, because it is part of who we've been building to be. And releasing those things, because it's now becoming accessible to release those patterns that we had to work with, that we had to live with, and now having the access to release those patterns, it's a blessing. It's an opportunity to become more in touch with our inner guidance, with our inner talents that are here to be developed, that are here to be built.